The killer returned to the garage he used as a front. As he approached, his worst fear came true. The door was wide open. He froze for a moment, then rushed inside, his breath quickening. The freezer was empty. The boy's body was gone. He stood there, staring at the empty space, panic creeping in. I'm finished, he thought, sinking into a nearby chair, trying to figure out his next move. Who could have found this place? Suddenly, a thought hit him. Ariana. The urgency of protecting his daughter snapped him into action. He grabbed everything, tools, leftover supplies, even the freezer, and stuffed them into his van. He couldn't afford to leave a trace. By the time he finished, the garage was a hollow shell, devoid of evidence, just as it needed to be. He drove the van out. The killer arrived at a junkyard. The place reeked of rust and oil, the perfect location to erase his sins. He walked inside, where he spotted an old man slumped on a couch, clutching a half-empty beer bottle. The killer's eyes narrowed, drunk and inattentive. Perfect. He also sees that the camera was not working. Looks like Lady Luck is at my side. He nudged the man awake. Hey, I've got a van to crush, right now. The man groaned, barely opening his eyes. Middle of the night? Get lost, buddy. The killer didn't argue. Instead, he threw a wad of cash at the man. That enough to change your mind? Fine. Where is it? It's just outside, he replied. The crushing machine roared to life, its mechanical groans echoing through the night. The killer watched as the van was reduced to a heap of twisted metal. He exhaled. No evidence, no trail. It's done. Or so he thought. The old man approached him. Must feel good, huh? He slurred. The killer said nothing and turned to leave, but the man followed, his voice dripping with mockery. You know, that van reeked of death. How many did you kill in there? He let out a raspy laugh. I'll need a lot more than that cash to keep my mouth shut. The killer's expression darkened. He turned to face the drunk, confident in his leverage. Before the man could react, the killer grabbed him by the face, his grip iron tight, and whispered, "You shouldn't have said that." With a violent shove, he sent the man careening into a stack of cars. The impact cracked his skull, and the top car shifted, teetered, then came crashing down with a sickening thud. The killer stood there for a moment, his breathing steady. He glanced down at the crumpled body. Loose ends tied themselves up. Satisfied, he walked out of the junkyard.